My next guest is a Republican Attorney General, one of those fighting to stop the law before it starts, Maine Attorney General William Schneider, joining me right now on the phone. Mr. Attorney General, thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Where do you think this stands after you and your colleagues made this last and final case before the Supreme Court?
I think we made a tremendous case that the President Obama's Affordable Care Act is unconstitutional. Our case was that it's unconstitutional on two different grounds: the individual mandate that requires every American to go out on the marketplace and buy a health insurance policy from a commercial vendor, and also the Medicaid expansion, which unconstitutionally robs the states of their authority under Medicaid.
See, I think the latter was sort of like the 800-pound gorilla in the room that no one really either saw or appreciated, just the practical nature of getting this implemented in individual states on the Medicaid front, leaving aside the mandate issue. I think the justices really, all of them, it sounds like, chewed on this. Clarence Thomas never says anything, but,
right.
They all seem to be very into this subject. What am I to read into that?
It was very interesting. I was there today for the argument, and this is an issue that a lot of commentators have written off. They
right.
Because none of the lower
courts.
We've
all been on the mandate. You're right.
Right. But I can tell you from being there that the justices had very penetrating questions for the two parties about the Medicaid expansion, and I think the fact that they were so active and that they were asking so many penetrating questions shows that they were really, really interested in this issue.
Just stepping back from this, General, is it your belief now, and I know, hearings, we don't want to extrapolate too much from these sort of things, but that's what the media does, that the court would effectively shoot down at least the mandate issue. But now the debate is, does that shoot down the health care law itself? What do you think?
Right. That's right. This morning's argument was on severability. And the question is, if the court finds either the individual mandate or the Medicaid expansion unconstitutional, then do they have to find the rest of the law unconstitutional? And our argument is, yes, they do, because Congress created this whole Affordable Care Act as a system. It's got a system that works on the demand side with the individual mandate to make sure there's enough demand for health insurance. But it also has a lot of provisions that work on the supply side to make sure there's a large enough supply of insurance to meet the demand. And if you take away the demand side, it leaves just the supply side, and the whole law is unbalanced and untenable.
Yeah, but we're so into this now, right? We've
gone down the road a couple of years on it already.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. General, thank you very, very much.
Great pleasure.